What's up, everybody? Weston here with the Hidden Gibbon, back today with another deck tech video. Today's is not a viewer request. I have a whole bunch of viewer requests that I'm trying to get through this weekend. I'm going to be building those decks, getting them uploaded. If you want to see your commander get made into a deck, drop a commander in the comments down below. You can give me things like budget, theme, cards you want in there. Or alternatively, this is a new one. If you want, if you have a deck that's built that you're really proud of, or one that you want some help with, or things like that, drop your Moxfield list down below. I will of course give you credit for your build. That is very important to me because you are the creator of that deck, and I will do things like reviews, highlights of your deck, or you know, help fix some issues that you have. But without further ado, let's get straight into it, shall we? And today we have Shanna, Sisay's Legacy. It's going to be a tokens deck, medium budget, just shy of $400. She is a 2-drop Selesnya, and she has hexproof, you know, which is can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. And then she gets +1/+1 for each creature you control, which means she's always at least a 1/1 because she herself is a creature. Alright, let's get straight into it. Like I said, it's going to be a tokens deck. We have Adeline. Adeline is a pretty strong card. It's kind of been power crept over the years, but she has vigilance, and her power is equal to the number of creatures you control. And whenever you attack, for each opponent, create a 1/1 white human creature token that's tapped in attacking that player or a planeswalker they control. We have Arasta, and I personally love this card a lot. Like, I love Arasta. She has Reach, and whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery, you create a 1/2 green spider creature token with Reach. She's also a 4-drop. We got Alvison's Pilgrim and Land of War Elves in here, who are mana dorks. We've got our Sakura Tribe Elder in here to fetch a land. We have Burrowguard Mentor from Bloomburrow. Look at the adorable Redfall type creatures. We have Trample. Burrowguard Mentor's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. Craterhoof for our big old win con when we go wide. Enduring Vitality makes it so our creatures have tap, add a mana. If you wanted to go higher budget with this deck, I would recommend throwing a Badger Mole Cub in here, because we have Jaheira and Enduring Vitality as ways to make all of our stuff into mana dorks. And then you could create an absurd amount of mana, and then you can put some combo stuff in there with Badger Mole Cub. We have King Darien. You know, our XLVII, and although I'm a history nerd and Roman nerd, you know what? I completely forgot what number this is. My apologies. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. You can pay 5, put a 1/1 counter on him, and create a white soldier. Sacrifice King Darien. Creature tokens you control gain hexproof and indestructible till end of turn. Mentor the Meek, so you can pay 1 when one of your little tiny dorks comes into play, and then you can draw a card. Mondrak and Ogier Tak are in here to double your tokens or triple your tokens. Although, I will say that Ogier Tak often ends up being a lightning rod, and just ends up becoming its flip side of being a land. We have Queen Elenal of Rodok? Yeah. Her power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. If one or more creature tokens would be created, you create those plus a white soldier. Riss, he doubles your tokens, and can also create tokens. Scoot Swarm, so landfall. Make a insect. If you have 6 or more, makes a copy of Scoot Swarm. I love this card. It's silly, dumb Timmy things, and I love silly, dumb Timmy things. We have Shalai, Voice of Plenty. Planeswalkers you control and other creatures have hexproof. Tendershoot Dryad. She can also pay 6 to make all your stuff really big by adding counters. Tendershoot Dryad puts a Sapperling into play during each upkeep. This will also be a lightning rod. And then Wayfaring Temple. Its power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. And when it deals combat damage to a player, populate, which is you create a token that's a copy of a creature token you control. Sorceries. We've got Awaken the Woods, so we make a whole bunch of Dryad land creature tokens. See, this deck is just wonderfully built for Badger Mole. I just did not want to add Badger Mole Cub into this deck because it is like up to $80 or some stuff like that. We do have Camaraderie, Cultivate, Farseek. So we do have, like, with Cultivate and Farseek, we have ourselves some fetch, kind of like with Harvest Season, Rampant Growth, Kodamas for each 3 wishes. Helps us with our Scoot Swarm. Camaraderie, however, is you gain X life, draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures you control. Creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. Fungal Sprouting, you put a number of Saproling creature tokens into play equal to the greatest power amongst creatures you control. Harmonize, draw 3. Increasing Devotion. You put 5 white human creature tokens. If you flashback, it's 10. White Sun Zenith is both a Wrath and puts some toxic little might tokens into play. For our instance, we have Arachnogenesis, also known as Spider Fog. Puts some spider tokens in, prevents stuff. For removal, we have Beast Within, Generous Gift, Path to Exile, Swords to Plowshares. Pretty good. We have Fog. We have Make a Stand, which is creatures you control get +1/+0 and indestructible end of turn. March of the Multitudes, create a 1/1 white green X white soldier tokens with lifelink. Mercy Killing, target creatures controller sacrifice it, then put X 1/1 white elf warrior creature tokens into play. So sacrifice one of your own things if you need to, especially if somebody's going to kill something big of yours. You use this. Pledge of Unity, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. You gain 1 life for each creature you control. Raise the Alarm, put some tokens in. Ripborn Defenses, populate creatures you control. Get indestructible until end of turn. Second Harvest, for each token you control, create a copy of that permanent. Secure the Wastes, X 1/1 white warrior creature tokens. Unbreakable Formation gives your stuff indestructible because people are going to try to Wrath, right? You got to protect your go wide board so you don't have to constantly rebuild. And we have White Sun Zenith. Create X 2/2 white cat creature tokens. Shuffle White Sun Zenith in. Artifacts, we got Skull Clamp. You couldn't have a little tokens deck without this card in there. It's just great value, Equip it to one of your 1/1s, kills the 1/1, draw 2 cards. Remember, friends, this card was banned when it came out. Not in Commander, but like it was banned in Standard and things like that. We have Lightning Greaves, Swiftfoot Boots, Whisper Silk Cloak for some good equipment in there. We have Selesnya Signet, Arcane Signet, Soul Ring. And then for enchantments, Growing Rights of Ilmak gives us a Gaia's Cradle we have at home. Intangible Virtue, creature tokens get +1/+1 vigilance. Pollen Bright Wings, enchanted creature is flying. When it deals combat damage to a player, create that many green saplings. Growing the ranks, beginning of your upkeep, populate. Anointed Procession and Doubling Season are there to double your tokens. And if you really want to be very scary, you play Divine Visitation. So if you would create tokens, you make 4/4 Angel tokens instead. For our lands, we are running Adagia and Avendo because I think these cards are really good. Also, you'll be with the million D tokens you have, you could easily just tap those to get these crude. We have our Castle Ardenvale for token generation, Secret Tunnel, Rogue's Passage, and then Yavimaya and Temple Garden. Overall, just a fun little, Selesnya generic tokens deck with a big creature that can smash. But let me know what you think of the deck in the comments down below. As always, I am Weston with the Hidden Kippen, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.